Yes, you already know what it is. Two of the best bad guys in the biz. I go by the name of Steph Ronan, and that's my main man, Aaron McKee.
What up, y'all?
And we are your 404 Heelz. And we'd like to welcome you to Word on the Street, sponsored by Woo Energy Drink. Let's get it, Ooze.
Drink it up, man. We the tag team podcast champs of the world.
Without
Make sure you hit that subscribe on Spotify and YouTube, wherever you listen to this. It hurts no one, helps everybody. Let's go. We're going to start with the hottest, I think, of the week topic. Stevie Richards says, there's never been a more truther of Logan Paul than me. But what this man said is asinine, bro. Ass a 10, bro. I don't know. I'm stealing that from Stephen A. Ass a 10, ass 11. He says there is no one in AEW better than Logan Paul. Logan Paul, I love you. But this is crazy, bro. You got fucking Will Ospreay, Kyle Fletcher, Swerve Strickland. Bro, there's so many people that are better than Logan Paul. But I'm going to let you take it.
Bro, this is blasphemy to the highest degree. How in the hell can you sit here and with a straight face say that there's nobody in AEW better than Logan Paul? And they asked him, why you say that? He said, because he has character. Wait a minute. What is going on around this parks, bro? Now, Stevie Richards, bro, you done fell off because now you clickbaiting. I see you. You clickbaiting, man.
Yeah.
That's what he's doing. No, man. This is ass, what you call it, ass a 10.
Ass a 9, ass a 10, ass 11. So I think it's Stephen A that said that, but I'm stealing it from Stephen A.
Oh,
but
man, this was horrible. It's a horrible take. And
you think he really believes it?
No, he doesn't believe it. If he's a student of the game like he used to be, and he actually, he loves the art of professional wrestling because he once was a major star in ECW, WWE as upper mid-card type, there's no way in the hell he believes this shit, bro. You cannot sit here and tell me that he believes that Logan Paul is better than Will Ospreay, bro. Like you giving Will Ospreay at the same time you're demoting Will Ospreay and you're giving Logan Paul way too much credit, bro. Way too much credit, man. Yeah. He hasn't even earned the stripes as Will Ospreay, as Swerve Strickland, as an MJF, as a Roderick Strong, as a John Moxley, Claudio, Pac. Oh, you see Darby Allin. You mean to tell me he's better than Darby Allin?
Okay, you said Roderick Strong, though. I love Roderick Strong. I love Roderick Strong in the ring and everything, but Roderick Strong really don't have a character. And I get where he's coming from that. I would rather watch Logan Paul than Roderick Strong. That might be blasphemy. I get it. Logan Paul, Logan Paul's one of my favorites, bro.
Yeah,
I know he is.
I know this.
His heel work is phenomenal and everything. But to say he's better than everyone in AEW, that's crazy. Is he better than some people in AEW? Absolutely.
Okay, well, I'll tell you this.
So there are certain names that I would pick Logan Paul over than AEW.
Well, if it's off the basis of character, how about this then? Mr. Stevie Richards, do you think Logan Paul is a better character than Tony Storm? Hell no.
Nah. But there are people, like, I saw this dude list 50 AEW wrestlers that are better than Logan Paul, and I was like, no, yes. Like, man, there's so, like, Kyle Riley. I'm like, no, I'd rather watch Logan Paul.
He's better than Logan Paul.
Bro.
I'm gonna tell you, Logan Paul problem is his transitions is not smooth. They're not clean. He doesn't know what he looks lost in that ring at times. As phenomenal as an athlete that he is, I would give him his flowers all day. He can spot monkey, jump off the moon, over the moon, in between the motherfucking crescents. He can do that all day. But as far as his transitions from this spot to this spot in between, he's not there yet. And that's what you can't sell. That's what you need to sell the folks.
He said Roosh is better than Logan Paul.
He is.
No, bro. Stop, bro.
You're looking at athletic ability to non-athletic wrestlers, and you're thinking that
and
athletic
the mic work, bro. And the mic work, bro. That's what I'm saying. That you gotta think of the whole spectrum of professional wrestling.
Okay.
Logan Paul is better than Roosh.
On the mic, yes. In the ring, no.
Yes.
Nah.
Would you rather watch a Logan Paul match or a Roosh match?
A Roosh match, because that shit's hard hitting.
Come on, bro. Stop.
Roosh match is hard hitting, physical. It looks more realistic than the Logan Paul match. So yes, I'm going.
Okay, let me ask you this then: if Logan Paul comes to AEW, which will never happen, it'll never happen.
Okay.
and you give him 6 months. After that 6 months, do you think Logan Paul would transition to a good AEW wrestler?
That motherfucker be fire. That
Fire?
motherfucker be fire.
You said fire. Let's go, bro. That's what
See
I'm
what I'm
talking
saying?
about.
See, it's
Yeah.
because he didn't grow up under the E umbrella, so this is what he knows how to do. But if he gets under the AEW,
He didn't even grow up, bro. He got thrown into it.
he got thrown.
You know
in
what I'm saying?
You're right.
Yeah.
Right. But if he goes to AEW and learn how they do it and how they sell and how they make it look realistic as possible, bro, he might be fire. He gonna be fire, bro. I'm not
And
gonna lie.
you know what's I know Logan Paul had a kid. He got married this year. All that shit happened to him. But like last year, he was like,
okay.
Yeah, he had a kid. And girl dad, I guess. Are you girl dad? Girl dad. There you go, you know. You know
Oh,
what
he
I'm
just
saying?
has number girls.
Yeah, he just has one girl. Just one
Okay.
girl.
No, I got a son and 2 daughters, so.
Yeah. So, but like he said he was going to be full time this year. And really he hasn't. And maybe that's because life hit him with that. And WWE allows you to not be full time.
Right.
But if we get 2026, Logan Paul, let's say something like he wins the U.S. belt back and does the U.S. Open Challenge every week, something like that. I just want to see Logan Paul more to get the stigma away from Logan Paul being a YouTuber and a part-timer, because after he said he was going to wrestling full-time, he still has been kind of a part-timer. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, I want Logan Paul to prove everyone wrong because I know how talented he is, bro. On the mic, bro, that crowd booing, he don't give a fuck, bro.
No. On the mic, Logan Paul gets real fucking heat. Not Dominant Mysterio heat. It's fun to blue along with. No.
You're saying go away
real heat, okay? And that's a hard thing to do in today's professional wrestling, right? I would say it like this. Here we go. On the mic, Logan Paul's fire. I know he's good on the mic. He has improved so more. It makes me believe him. But when I stop believing is when I start seeing him in the ring. And that's what the problem I have. If he hits the mic like he does, if he hits the ring like he does with the mic, I will believe him. But I don't believe him because his transitions between each move and things is lacking very poorly. Now, I'm not saying that he won't get better in that. He will get better in that. But I'm just saying until he gets better in that, he's always going to be on that bottom list for me. But he puts it all together. He has a potential and really dedicates himself to the industry and get away from the YouTube and all that stuff. Bro, he could be one of the greatest when it's all said and done, honestly.
There you go. He's still young. He's under 30.
Exactly.
So still got time.
But I ain't rocking with him right now, but I will give him his future flowers.
You rocking with him, bro. You rocking with him. You just don't know it yet. Like I was right about Dirty Dom. You just ain't know it yet.
Right.
You just ain't know it yet. All right, let's move on to AEW before we lose the AEW fans. Sorry, guys. You know, I love fucking with y'all. Y'all can take a joke. WWE fans can't take a joke. AEW fans take a joke. Tony Khan was on the Ariel Helwani show.
Talk about
Didn't watch the whole thing. Watched like 20 minutes of it. Got sidetracked, work, all that stuff. But the main thing he said, true gentleman, bro. True gentleman.
He is.
He said he doesn't think WWE is counter booking him on purpose, bro. What are your thoughts?
You sure he didn't say on purpose? Because I read that he said it was on purpose. But he said that's how it goes.
Yeah, he was like, it is what it is. Like, I don't think they're doing it on purpose.
But maybe he did mean what he mean. Man, he actually meant WWE isn't counter programming us on purpose, but maybe TKO is.
Maybe it was maybe it's
like
it's the WWC division. Yeah.
Maybe it's the TKO's actually the ones who's doing the counter programming, and maybe
because it looks on purpose. It looks on purpose.
It looks exactly on purpose. We had this pay-per-view months ago, and all of a sudden you got one come out the woodwork.
Yeah,
okay.
Let's throw Saturday Night Main Event, Goldberg's farewell on that All In, bro. Let's throw it on there real quick. You know what I'm saying? They put Evolution on. They put Evolution on it.
Evolution, and no, it was a whole complete package. A Saturday Night Main Event, Evolution, and it backfired. It backfired on them so much because the talk of the town was AEW All In, bro.
Yeah.
Even when we was in the arena, people was talking about AEW All In, man. It backfired, and I don't think Triple H really wanted to do that. I think Triple H wants to not acknowledge AEW.
Staying on his own. Staying on his own.
Exactly. So Triple H mindset is like, he called it a little piss ant company. He don't want to acknowledge AEW. So in typical Vince fashion, he raised under the umbrella of Vince McMahon. Why acknowledge the competition?
Vince would never.
It ain't even there.
Vince would never.
Vince would never, right? But TKO counter booking AEW shows that you acknowledging them.
Yeah. And the only time Vince ever acknowledged WCW was at the idea of Triple H with the Jeep going down to WCW Arena back in that. And that was great television, bro. Great television.
Oh, awesome.
That was great.
Hey, look, I would be remiss if I didn't say the greatest moments in pro wrestling history was from the Monday Night Wars. That was the peak. That was the peak.
Yeah.
We anything that comes after that, even the renaissance that we were in a year ago with WWE, it still won't measure up to the Monday Night Wars at all.
You know my theory, bro. I still think ruthless aggression was the greatest era in WWE history, bro.
And you saying that from like talent wise? You're not saying that like
talent wise in ring matches, because WWE went Raw versus SmackDown, bro. And that I mean, they were the only company around, so they had to do something. Paul Heyman on SmackDown, Vince on Raw, bro. That shit was electric, bro.
Yeah. The only thing is that they wouldn't sell out arenas, and they weren't.
They weren't.
So
but
that's the only strike against your take on that is like, look at the numbers.
Yeah,
you know,
they ain't selling out arenas no more. They ain't selling out arenas no more. Not nowadays. Unless it's a John Cena farewell tour, that's the only time they're selling out.
Did you have that on your word of street? That what you get into that? That's a good transition. Get into
Go ahead, bro.
Oh shit! I thought you had it. Shit.
No, bro. The ticket sales, they just lowered prices
for the Raw in Atlanta.
No, I mean for the Raw and SmackDown coming up, I think in January, bro. Now you can get in for $60, bro. That's unheard of for a WWE event, bro.
Where's the seats?
Huh? They starting $60 in the nosebleeds, obviously, but that's better than $150 that we've been used to, bro. You know what I'm saying?
You're right about that, man. You're right about that.
Because right before the final boss appeared, we bought them Raw tickets. I bought them for $25, bro. $25 a piece, bro. You said, what do I owe you for the seats? I said, nothing, bro. It's $25. I got you, bro. Now, I'd be like, bro, you owe me $150.
Yeah, right. So, this is what it was. The damn Grand Rapids show of SmackDown, it only sold in 97 tickets, with 2,832 tickets available to still be sold out. But it was
supposed to be a small stadium.
4,229 tickets. So
and that's still a small stadium. That's still a small stadium.
Exactly.
Atlanta Hawks, you can get 13,000, 14,000 in that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
20,000 in that motherfucker, bro. 20,000 in there. Bad Blood a couple years ago was like 20-something thousand in that thing.
Yeah.
Bro, they did not hit none of the numbers, man. So they only put available 4,300 something seats. 2,300 of them seats was still unsold. Only 1,300 was sold, bro. You cannot tell me. And I'm gonna keep tooting the horn long. When the question was asked, will the E eventually do this? I said it's happening now. We just haven't seen the effects yet. You know why? I knew that because the streets was talking. The streets was talking. I have never seen so much backlash with the E other than the years where Vince was booking and they didn't like his booking and stuff. But man, when you have AEW getting fans from E transitioning over to AEW, you know there's a problem. And to sit here for TKO not to recognize that problem, and you know who do recognize the problem? Paul Levesque. He understands the problem. He knows the problem. But he just mad that he can't do anything to help the problem because it's out of his control.
And like I said, I think 2026, as much as I love AEW right now, AEW won 2025. They win. I think WWE wins 2026 because they don't have to worry about John Cena no more. I really think they do, bro. I really think they do.
So here it is right here. I'm going to tell you like this, and mark it down. 2026 will start with a bang with WWE. Why? Because it's WrestleMania season. Royal Rumble, then we got WrestleMania season. Everybody going to be back on their bandwagon. Oh, WWE is killing it. Nah. Because what's going to happen when there ain't no WrestleMania season no more, and it's the time in between time until they get to the other major pay-per-view, and what's going to happen? Bro, it's going to be the same old song and dance. I'm going to tell you why. Because TKO is still in control.
Yeah. Man, I just want both products to be banging, bro. I want to come on this podcast every week and be like, Raw and SmackDown was amazing. Collision and Dynamite was amazing. But like, I mean, I said it on the last pod. Collision, not this Collision that was the 3-hour thing, but last Saturday's Collision, not it for me. It wasn't it for me.
It had some spots. It had some bright spots in it. A lot of bright spots, though.
Yeah. But
the first match was great. I like that match.
But continuing with the ticket prices with TKO, Paul Walter Hauser, who you know him from Richard Jewell, you know him from Blackbird on Apple. He was on Chris Van Fleet, and he said TKO pricing is pricing out the hardcore fans, and it is gross.
Whoa, wait a minute. Hold on. Time out. He said, what did he say again? He
said TKO pricing is pricing out the hardcore fans.
Oh.
And it's gross.
Oh, hey, Paul, what's his name? Paul Walker? What's his name?
Paul Walter Hauser.
Walter. Hey, Paul Walter, man. I appreciate you for listening to
PWH. PWH for short, bro. And he's had 23 matches, bro. He's been on AEW on commentator. He was a commentator on AEW. He's done a lot of indie wrestling, all this stuff. Mad respect to this guy, man, because he doesn't need to be wrestling. He's a multimillionaire with acting, bro. But he's like, I love wrestling. You know what I'm saying?
He got love for the game.
And this man's a millionaire talking shit about ticket prices, bro. Think about that. Think about that,
Walter.
bro.
Paul Walter. Paul Walter. That's his name.
Yeah.
I appreciate you, Paul Walter, for listening to the 404 Heelz podcast, because Aaron and I have said that same exact sentiments months, maybe even a year ago, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
So, look, that ain't nothing new under this umbrella. I'm glad that he finally caught on. Yes, they've been pricing out the hardcore fan base for the longest. We said it, and it's true. So, Paul Walter, man, appreciate you for listening to the 404 Heelz podcast, man. We'd like to have you on one day, matter of fact.
Yeah. And what's like, okay, so like Dallas Cowboys, right? In Dallas. Bro, tickets are expensive to go to a Cowboy game, bro. So expensive. And when you get there, it's like an event, bro. It's not an NFL game. You don't get the real hardcore fans in there that are going to cheer on third down, cheer on fourth down, cheer on this. It's the people that are there for the experience. And I feel like that's the way WrestleMania, SummerSlam, some Raws, all this shit is going. We talked to On the Mark podcast last night, and these guys live in the area, and they wanted to go see John Cena at Madison Square Garden, and they're like, I can't do it. The ticket price is too much, bro. You are literally outpricing the fans that want to see it live, and you're turning it into like an Oscars event, the Grammys event. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was there, but I really didn't care. I was there because I'm not a fan, but I was there.
This is the Netflix January 6th episode all over again. And we talked about this again. Again, our foresight. We always said the reason why the crowds doesn't match up with the hate online is because the hate online is from hardcore wrestling fans, while the crowds is nothing but casual fans. Everybody doing
That's
this.
A good point.
Oh, who's this guy? Who does this? What's his t-shirt? This is yeet. Oh, we gonna do it. It doesn't mean, again, the streets are talking, man. It's about the streets because it's about the hardcore fan base, because the casuals don't stick around, and they will never stick around. They're only there when it's up. They're never there when it's down. So that's exactly what it goes, man. So again, we will write about some shit. Again, the casual fans has taken over the WWE. That's why the product is boo-boo, because they know who their audience is now. They don't have to put on banging matches. They don't have to have riveting storylines. They don't have to have these things that is required from the hardcore fan base, because they know the casuals are going to soap it up even more because it's the popular thing. It's trending now.
Yeah. Damn, bro. That's a good point, bro. That's a good point, brother. That's a good point. That's a good point. And speaking of that, SmackDown, back to 3 hours in the new year, bro. Back to 3 hours. I'm a fan. I'm going to tell you why. I like wrestling. If they let's make it work, bro. Let's make it work. Chelsea Green just won the US Championship. And then on the next SmackDown, all we get is like a little thing with her backstage. Instead of that happening, now that we have 3 hours, we can give her some time. We can give her some time in the ring. Give us a promo. Give us another match. Stuff like that. So I'm always for more wrestling. That's my opinion. I come home Friday night from working. I'm tired. Pop a few beers. Pop a few woo energies, to get me through the 3 hours. That's what I'm here for, bro. So the more wrestling with AEW and WWE, dude, I think Dynamite could go 3 hours. Dynamite could go 3 hours, and I wouldn't be upset about it.
Yeah. SmackDown going 3 hours after the heels of this news of consistently losing viewership and attendance. I don't think it's a good move.
Tough. That's tough.
I don't think it's a good move. Which the TKO and WWE should take that information, the matrix, and say, well, our show isn't that riveting. What can we do to butter up the show more? And they're not doing it because they don't care, or maybe they just feel like they're going to show up anyway. But you basically about to be working with Half Arena right now. Half Arena right now with Cody. He came out there on SmackDown. I was like, oh, the arena is not full. Because you know why? He kept looking his back towards the camera. He kept his back towards the cameras more than he did facing the camera, because on that hard camera side, it wasn't nobody on that side like that. So he had to turn his back to see everything.
We've heard the shit that WWE fans buy certain seats and then they get upgraded to lower level seats. We've heard it, bro. But
yeah, but so
lower than ticket prices.
Do I want SmackDown to be popping in 3 hours? Hell yeah, because they have talent that can showcase more that with 3 hours than they can't with 2 hours. So I think it's a very great thing for the talent. But the problem is the show isn't that good, and it hasn't been that good for a long time. Matter of fact, I give you a prop right here. That show SmackDown hasn't been that good since the Bloodline.
And the Bloodline's coming back, bro. Give him a chance, brother.
If it ain't the Bloodline versus MFTs, I don't want to see it. If it ain't the Bloodline versus MFTs,
we want them 30-minute promos at the end of SmackDown again, bro. That's what I want, bro.
Oh, those are segments.
The Bloodline.
Those are
the Bloodline.
Segments. We want them 30-minute segments of the drama of the Bloodline, and we're going to need to get some MFTs involved because, like I said before, man, 3 of them dudes are really brothers.
Yeah.
We got the Usos and Solo, really brothers, and the cousin. I don't even put Semi Plain in this shit, bro. Get Jacob Fatu, real cousin. You know what I'm saying? Get the Tongas. Let this be family versus family for real. And there goes your money. Because I'm telling you right now, what made the Bloodline hit is because you knew they were actually family. And it was they blurred the lines.
That's what saves WWE in 2026. MFTs versus Bloodline.
If they listen to us, listen to 4 His podcast, they will.
All right, bro. We're talking about war games, bro. So a lot of hate online that they did like a little poster, and Cody is in front of CM and Roman Reigns. How you feel, bro? Are you mad about that?
No, I'm not mad. I'm not mad.
He got the belt. He got the big belt.
I'm not surprised because you know why? Because who was on the front cover on the Netflix? Cody.
Yeah, and Roman. It's
Cody. Roman's in the background doing this. It's Cody in the main front doing this. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not surprised. Because Cody Rhodes has the look that the E wants to look like, bro. Roman is Roman is the workhorse, kind of. Well, I ain't gonna say that. That's Seth Rollins.
No, don't say workhorse.
Roman ain't the workhorse. Roman is
the attraction
getter. He's
the attraction.
Yeah, he's the attraction. But Cody is the consistent. But again, let's go ahead and break it down. Cody is on what show? SmackDown? And SmackDown's doing what? All down?
SmackDown's all down, bro. There we go.
With Cody as a champion. Y'all tell me what's really wrong with this picture.
Yeah. And, War Games, they're not going to do a brand split type thing. Everyone's going to be cross going, whatever, which way. Do you think the brand split should continue for WWE, or do you think it is like we don't know who's going to show up every week?
I think the brand split should always continue. I think it's a great way to be competitive within your own company. I think it's a great way to develop storylines and get more talent screen time, because you got this guy from SmackDown jumping on Raw. Well, that's screen time for someone on Raw who can get screen time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think it's the best way to balance out everything. And that way, when we do have crossover of talents, it's more of a major deal than just, they do it all the time. That's just what I think,
Yeah. All right, bro. Steamboat. He was part of Blood and Guts. But he also said on a podcast, the women's Blood and Guts had too much going on, and he was not a fan, bro. He was mad about too much action, bro. He'd be like, there'd be people doing stuff in this corner, while other people are doing stuff in this corner. So basically, he's a fan of what you like to say is that everyone lays down while other stuff's going on, bro. And I think Ricky the Steamboat was way off, bro. I'm here for the action, bro.
Yeah.
Nonstop action. These women are fighting, bro. How do you feel about it?
I think Ricky Steamboat, he's from that same old school class of what I say. They wanted to look real, and they have to be realistic. If a motherfucker vertical suplex you off the top rope, you should be dead. You should be done. That should be that shouldn't be a transition move to something else. That should be the finishing of the match. And when they see things like glass being thrown, they're like, "Oh my god, what is going on?" It's because again, the game has evolved. It has evolved. In the old school, the old heads are not really equipped to understand, like Jim Cornette. They don't understand, like, how can you take this finisher and kick out this and da-da-da-da. I mean, this is what it is. It's video game wrestling right now.
Yeah.
This is what it is.
And I'm here for it. And I'm here for it.
It makes it more exciting because if you don't evolve, can you imagine someone winning a match nowadays in 2025 with a fucking DDT? Because back in the day, that's what they did. That was Jake the Snake Roberts' finishing move was a simple DDT.
Super kick Shawn Michaels. That ain't winning no matches no more.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah. And people talk shit about super kicks nonstop, the Young Bucks. I mean, fucking every wrestler does super kicks now. And I like it more now. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's amazing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's about who can execute the move better.
Yeah.
You understand? Everybody know how to shoot threes, but only a certain people are marksmanship. There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. That's the same thing.
Yeah. All right. Let's go to CM Punk on a podcast, bro.
A what?
Or he was on, I think he was on like MSNBC or one of those financial things. I don't know. He was on something. And he said the pay structure from now until when he first signed with WWE is different, and it's a good and bad thing. Back in the day, if you were in the main event with Vince McMahon, you got paid more. So wrestlers wanted to be in the main event. Now, all these people are on salary. So CM Punk was like, I don't care if I'm the first match, third match, fourth match. My paycheck's the same, bro. So do you think that is taken away from the competitive edge within wrestling to try and make it to the main event? Because it don't matter if you're in the main event. If you're on the first match, second match, third match, fourth match, main event, you're getting paid the same because everyone's on salary.
Okay. Well, let me ask you this. Does CM Punk really say now he doesn't care because his pay stayed the same?
Yep. He said, I don't care if I come out first, second, it don't matter. My pay's the same.
Oh, okay. So now we all know what that whole beef and squabble was that he had with the WWE back in the day when he was upset that him and Undertaker wasn't the main event. He was just worried about the money. He wasn't worried about the art. He didn't feel like, so he just told on himself. Bro, Phil Brooks, bro, I ain't a fan. I am not a fan. I am not a fan no more, bro. Phil Brooks,
and
he told himself.
He also didn't want to wrestle the Undertaker at that WrestleMania either. Even though wrestling the Undertaker, if you're not in the main event, if you're not in the main event, you want to wrestle Undertaker at WrestleMania because of the streak. But that also means you're gonna lose unless your name's Brock Lesnar, which no one agrees on that. But yeah, man, like he's just like the pay structure is different. Like it don't matter. And that makes sense why like Roman kicks off PLEs now. Cody kicks off PLEs now, bro. Like, but should wrestlers go back to the old pay structure to where you get paid to be in the main event?
I think so. This is what made the Attitude Era what it was. They were fighting.
Brock.
They were fighting to be on the top of the card.
The top guy.
They went up there and put bangers. They went out there and put their heart and soul in everything, man. Competition makes everything better. Hell, AEW being in existence made WWE better for a little bit.
Yeah.
So damn, I'm more shocked that Phil just told on himself. He told on himself. Now it doesn't matter if I'm this first, second. It doesn't matter. I get paid the same. But damn, back in the day, you was crying to the heavens that you deserved the main event because of your popularity, of how much work you put in, and you was undeniable. But the whole time behind the scenes, you was really talking about that just because you wanted more pay. Wait a minute now. Triple H may have had a point about you, buddy. Triple H may have been true about you, buddy. Paul Levesque must have been true about Phil Brooks.
You all about that cheddar cheese.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. All right, bro. Tony Khan, he said WWE never reached out to him to get Edge back in the WWE
Of course not.
for a match.
Of course not. If you guys listen to the podcast, I've been standing strong. Ain't no way in hell Copeland was going back to the WWE, man. I don't know why this rumor got rampant. Everybody thought, he can trade.
It's because we wanted it, bro. It's because we wanted it.
Nah, it wasn't realistic. I knew this from Jump Street. Of course not. Of course not. Like, you think the WWE, or shall I say TKO, is going to reach out to their competitor to make a deal just to bring back somebody the fans want? And if because you got to think about it. If they really cared about the fans, they lower them goddamn ticket prices. So that shit right there to tell you don't give a fuck about the damn fans. To care about what they want to see in the ring, and they want to lower the ticket prices better for their pocket. So no, it's not surprising. I already knew that shit.
I agree, bro. I agree 100%, bro. There ain't nothing else to say. I agree with you 100%, bro. All right, bro. Nick Hogan, Hulk Hogan's son, is training to be a wrestler.
What?
Training to be a wrestler. Do we ever see him on one of the two big companies? I'm assuming he's older than me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't think it happens, bro.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But he's training, bro. He said it's in his blood. TMZ reports. Yeah.
It is. I mean, to be honest with you, you ever seen Hogan Knows Best? That TV show?
Yeah. Hell yeah. I watch it all the time, bro.
He was one of the most entertaining people on that show was Nick Hogan, the little brother.
Yeah.
So he has a natural charisma from his father, man. And who knows? You know, hey, the older he gets, the more he might look like his pops. And that might just be enough to get him over the top. Nick Hogan, you know what I'm saying?
Does he come out to Real American or Voodoo Child by it? Which one he come out to, bro?
Man. He gonna come out to Voodoo Child. To old Jimi Hendrix on that thing.
Yeah. Someone else has also started training in January, they say. Soraya Page. She's going to get back into the ring in January and start training. And I think that's perfect time for the Royal Rumble. But yet, Saudi, the word on the street is there's going to be no surprises. How do you feel, bro? Where's she going?
There are surprises in Saudi because they putting out that blood money. They're gonna put some surprises in there, and that's what they're telling you. They're telling us that there is no surprises because they're gonna be surprises. So when we do have surprises, it's gonna make us be happy. But so
that's what I was thinking too.
Yeah. So that's what I think. But Soraya,
do you want to see her back in WWE or AEW? You want to see Paige? You want to see Paige or Soraya?
I was never a fan of either.
Yeah.
I was never. I never understand the hoopla about Paige, and I wasn't a fan. I wasn't a fan of Soraya, so it's cool. She's good eye candy. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, I'm not.
Yeah.
She be killing folks in that ring, bro. She's the one. She the one who put Sasha Banks at the time out of action for a while. She didn't kick the shit out her back. Bye-yow! In the independent show.
she been wrestling since she was 14, but let's see. All right. My last word on the street, bro. Before we get into these questions, WWE shows Stephanie McMahon at the Raw, John Cena's last Raw, but not our boy, Shane O'Mac, who was also in attendance at WWE, bro. How you feel?
Why did not show Shane O'Mac? And his son, who was in attendance. Why do you think they didn't show him? But they showed Stephanie McMahon. Well, because
he took a picture with the Young Bucks. That's why they didn't show him.
TKO didn't want to show him. TKO didn't want to show him, bro. That's the only thing I can think of.
Crazy work.
I would have showed him just to strip off because this is Shane McMahon.
Yeah.
Maybe he looks too much like his pop.
They were scared of the huge pop, bro. They were scared of the huge pop. That's it, bro. That's it.
Well, I got a word on the street.
All right, bro. Hold on. Let me piss real quick.
All right.
And we're back.
Yes, sir. I got 2 words on the streets that we need to talk about.
Let's go.
So, over the past weekend, there was a meet and greet with WWE fans. And one fan took a picture with AJ Lee.
Oh, shit.
Yes. Let's get into it.
Motherfucking creepy motherfucker, bro.
Creepy with the yuck mouth. This dude, his teeth like Beetlejuice. You understand? Look, he took a picture of AJ Lee, but then he ran it through AI to genetically modify how it looked to where she looked like she was kissing him on the cheek. AJ Lee told him, this is disgusting. Please take this down. What are your thoughts about fans going to that length? We talked about on the show before about fans stalking the female wrestlers, fans
Yeah.
just being smelly, dang, you can't even see. I don't know who raised you boys, but where we from, if you want to get to a woman, you gotta smell good. You know what I'm saying? You gotta
Yeah.
look good. You gotta take a shower, man. But now these dudes come out here smelling like Funyuns and Bunions, ass chips and corn chips. That's what they toes and corn chips. That's what they smelling
Yeah.
like. You know what I'm saying? So what do you think about this now? The AI is in question. AI is a powerful tool. They're using it to modify their photos to make it look like something happened that really did. What are your thoughts, Aaron?
I think first and foremost, disgusting. You can't like it's ridiculous. If you I don't even know how to explain this, bro. But I mean, AI is taking over the world. We're gonna get a lot worse than this. It's gonna get way worse. AI looks so real all the time now. You don't know if it's fake. You gotta take AI, run it through AI, and be like, is this real? And it's like, no, this ain't real. This is real. It's disgusting.
Yeah.
But it's gonna keep happening. There's no stopping it, bro. There's no stopping sick individuals that are gonna keep doing this type of shit, bro. You know what I'm saying?
True.
Like,
yeah.
It's bad. It's gonna be like crazy shit, bro. Like, I can't even fathom what's gonna happen, bro. Like, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. AJ Lee, I understand as much as you hate it, but it's just gonna get worse with AI.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I agree with you. It's going to get worse with AI, and there's got to be some kind of sort of regulation. You know, it's got to be some sort of NDA or some sort of agreement that you sign that you take these pictures, you won't modify, like you keep them as is. It's got to be some sort of things like this. But again, like Aaron said,
or they're just going to stop doing it. They might just stop doing it.
That's crazy. And if they start doing it, it's going to be crazy. Now, just like you say, I agree with, there is no cure for sick individuals, no matter what you do. It's going to have these sort of individuals out here regardless. So I agree with you on that. But I mean, it always seems to happen to the women. That's my problem. You don't see females.
I was literally waiting for you to stop talking. I was going to be like, it only happens to the women, which is disgusting. Because let's be honest, the majority of wrestling fans are males.
Right.
I'm not going to post a picture of me, Megan. I'm not going to post a picture of me kissing anyone. But if it's John Cena, I'm not going to be like, look what I'm doing to John. No, like, but yeah, dude, it's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
It's crazy, bro.
It's ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous, and it's sick. It needs to stop. Just like the airport followings, just like the stalking, like cut it out.
Harassing Rhea while she's trying to get in an Uber in whatever city they were in Europe, bro. Like
big boy Sloppy Joe came around the corner and saw his ass.
And I know you would do the same thing. As much of a fan as we are of these wrestlers, if we were at an airport or out in the public and we see a whole bunch of fans stalking a female wrestler, the first thing we would do is push all those people away and be like, leave her the fuck alone.
Chill.
Yeah.
Chill the fuck out. Like, chill.
Yeah.
But see, that's what I'm saying. Like, people, I guess, like, some people have never been close to anybody that is well-ly known, right? I've been a couple of people in my life. It's like, so it's not it's a normal thing to me. So meeting wrestlers is like, oh, cool, nice to meet you. I finally get to meet you in person. But I'm not going to sit here and take autographs with you and do all shit. Like I said, I used to hang out with Allen Iverson, who was an NBA Hall of Famer, a cultural icon. You know what I'm saying? So I never asked for an autograph from him. I never asked for a picture from him. And all we did was, do some things. I ain't gonna say nothing on the pod, but afterward, I'll tell you what we did and shit. We was chilling. You know what I'm saying? And so, I ain't gonna put that man's business out in the streets, but nah, like I kept it cordial. I kept it cool. He chopped it up with him.
Yeah.
Like he even talked to his mother one time, like, yo, like Steps my people's like, yo, shit, crazy.
You need to work. People need to work in restaurants, so where if you approach these people, you get fired if you make them feel uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying?
That's very true.
How many famous people have you seen in the restaurant? I've seen them all the time working in Dallas Cowboys. People come in, I'm just like, what up, man? Like, that's all you can say. You can't be like, can I get a picture? You'll get fired, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Like, we got the bullshit nonsense got to stop. It got to stop.
Yeah.
You're giving pro wrestling fans in general a bad name.
Yeah.
Definitely the males. So
you're making Grayson Waller seem more right. That's all I'm saying. Because
Exactly.
all he does is talk shit about wrestling fans and how gross and disgusting they are. And I'm like,
these fucking weirdos. That's what he do. Now, let's talk about another weirdo. According to some people in the industry, there was Maven's podcast. If y'all know about Maven, he was a former WWE superstar. He eliminated The Undertaker in the Royal
Tough
Rumble.
enough, baby.
Tough enough winner. He had Mr. Anderson, aka Mr. Kennedy, on his podcast, and the conversation about Triple H. Paul Levesque came up, and this is on the heels off of last week when MVP basically said, "This is who I've been talking about. I don't respect him as a man. I don't respect him as this and that. His character, he's sly, he's slick. Like, he don't respect him." And they echoed the same sentiments that MVP did about Paul Levesque, aka Triple H, Mr. Kennedy, aka Mr. Anderson, and Maven. What are your thoughts about this Triple H shit just now coming out the woodwork? And that's not really coming out the woodwork because I think I've heard a lot more wrestlers. Bret Hart, who really doesn't like Triple H, he showed it at the Hall of Fame when Triple H came in there. He just looked at him like, man, whatever, bro. Get off me, man. Get off me, bro. What are your thoughts, man?
Okay. So people who work for Triple H right now, the wrestlers right now, love this man. I've never heard a negative thing come from anyone that works for him currently. Black and Gold NXT, love him. Everyone loves this man. The only people I hear talk about shit about Triple H are people who were in the business when Triple H was wrestling.
So hold on, let me correct you right quick. I ain't gonna mean to cut you off, but check this out. So you don't hear anything negative about people who work under Triple H, but you hear negative about people who work with Triple H.
Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying, bro. And MVP did kind of work a little under him when Triple H took over, like a little bit with Bobby Lashley. Like
the
Triple
era.
H, it was in the transition area of Triple H really taking over. But since Triple H is really taking over, I don't hear one negative thing from anyone. Even the people that got released don't say shit negatively about Triple H.
Yeah.
People, yeah. But the people that worked with Triple H when Triple H was a full-time wrestler, they got some shit to say. And I think that was just part of the community of wrestling with the egos and all that. I want to be the man on top. I want to do this. I want to do that. Blah, blah, blah. I think it's all just kind of ridiculous, man. Like, no, I've never heard anyone working under Triple H right now talk shit about him. And maybe because that's the boss, but even the people that have been released don't go on podcasts and say negative shit about Triple H.
I think it was Triple H era when he was actually an active performer was Swim with Sharks.
Ruthless.
Swimming with sharks. He was swimming with sharks.
I mean, think about who his boy was, Shawn Michaels, who didn't give a fuck about anyone. He cared about Shawn Michaels. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Right about that. He showed those hells.
Yeah.
I mean, but again, swimming with sharks. You know, it was a ruthless time in that period. Like you either step on or you get stepped upon. That was exactly what it was.
I'm gonna be controversial right now.
Let's
be controversial right now.
It's Full Heelz podcast. We always controversial. Come on.
I haven't heard any really big names talk shit about Triple H.
Oh, you just smacked MVP right in his face, bro. You just smacked MVP.
Bro, we love MVP. We love MVP, especially what he's doing now. But in WWE, did you buy any MVP shirts?
I did.
You did?
I did. I had one MVP shirt. The big MVP logo across the chest. It was a silver black one because I was an MVP fan. I loved MVP. Yeah. I loved that whole Montavious Porter, but he's like the athlete
bowling.
Yeah,
you know, but realistically, he wasn't a main eventer.
Realistically, he was upper mid carder at best.
Yeah.
So
yeah. that's all. I'm just like, hey man, like the Rock and Triple H have had their beef that we talk about, but neither one of them have ever come out and talk real shit about each other.
No, not publicly. Right.
Stone Cold never talked shit about Triple H. Kurt Angle never talked shit about Triple H. John Cena never talked shit about Triple H. Randy Orton gives nothing but praise to Triple H. Like, and remember the documentaries that we've watched on Peacock or whatever. When they made Evolution, Triple H went to Randy Orton and Batista when they were nobodies and said, do you want to be a part of Evolution? And what they were like, oh man. He's like, just to let you know, the locker room is going to fucking hate you. But do you want to make money? And they were like, let's go. So like, I just think there's areas where there's room for talk is what I will say. I don't know. We're not in the backstage.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
it's POV, point of view.
yeah,
That's all it really is. It's all about,
yeah.
like I've said, it's always three sides to every story. It's Triple H's side, is their side, and what's really happening. And it could be a truth between everything. It could be a truth between everything. But
that's what my dad used to say. There's three sides to every story: yours, hers, and the truth.
That's
and
right.
They're all three different.
That's
you know
right.
what I mean?
That's
I don't know
right.
why I said her. I don't know why I said her. I feel like I'm arguing with a woman all the time. His, mine, and the truth. My bad.
Right. Yo, you right about that, bro. I ain't. You get no complaints on this side, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, that's just what it is, man. I find
do you think Triple H is a bigger piece of shit that MVP has been alluding to this whole time?
Hell yeah.
You think so?
Hell yeah, bro. Listen, you don't get into position that you in without being a fucking cutthroat.
But do you think he's a piece of shit? Like, you think he is a racist, a this, a that?
I mean, I don't know about all the racist shit, but the only thing I do know, he is cutthroat in the business that is cutthroat, so motherfuckers gonna look at him as a piece of shit. Now, does it make it right? I don't know. I'm not the judge because I don't know the ins and outs, what's behind the scenes of the politics backstage. Is he a politician? He definitely is. I mean, look at him now.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, it is what it is. You're gonna have people who hate on you because you're doing this and they're doing this. So that just comes with the nature, right? It comes with the territory.
And I also think, and I'm gonna give Triple H credit right here. I love my wife. She's my favorite person in the world. Best friend, all that shit. Like, no doubt, I don't give a fuck about my family. I'm choosing my wife over everybody.
That's how it's supposed to be.
And people criticize Triple H for marrying Stephanie McMahon. And I'm like, bro, that's his girl. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's his wife. Like, I never, ever, ever, when you start out saying, well, Triple H married the boss's daughter, I was like, the boss's daughter thing is irrelevant. He married the girl he loves. You know what I'm saying? They have kids. They have a family together.
Yeah.
I'm never going to criticize a man for marrying someone they love. You know, you think Triple H is still married to Stephanie McMahon when he's in, like, if Triple H is the person you think he is and he's in charge of WWE right now, he would have divorced Stephanie McMahon years ago. You know what I'm saying? Because the way people talk, he married her to get up on the, like, you know how people talk about him.
I mean, yeah.
He married the boss's daughter to do this, and that. Bro, I don't think he did. I think he just married the girl he loved, and it happened to be the boss's daughter.
Well, you know, in the fairy tale world, that sounds right. But I mean, in reality, we've heard it before where Stephanie even said herself, you know, her father kind of pushed Triple H her way. You know what I'm saying? Because he said he didn't want to have her marry any wrestlers or be with a wrestler, but yet he was very approval. Like, he should be more like Paul, you know what I'm saying? And I could see that same mentality that Triple H and Vince McMahon can get along and understand things, and made him like, you know what, I respect him as a person. So, but again, who are we to sit here and talk about the ins and outs of two people relationship that we don't know about? That's what's called a relationship. They relate amongst each other. We don't know the fucking ins and outs of that shit. We can sit here and speculate all we want to, but it doesn't make it true.
Speculation. Does Vince still like Triple H running WWE right now?
That's a big speculation. I have no idea. I have no idea, bro. I'm pretty sure there's some hard feelings. You understand? But at the same time, they're still family. Paul Levesque's daughters is his grandchildren. You know, he's married to his, you know, he's a brother-in-law. He's a son-in-law. So, you know, you know, who knows? We don't know. But I'm not gonna sit here and figure that shit out until some real concrete evidence come out for me to speak upon it. You know,
we need more love in the world, y'all. Everyone love each other, man. 404 Heelz, let's love each other. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, it ain't a lot of that out here. Not in the IWC. Motherfuckers ready to pop off anytime, bro.
Yeah, let's get back to talking shit now.
Just get it. Let's get back to talking that shit. Yes,
Any more word on the streets before we get to these questions?
That's it, man. That's it for me, man. That's a
all right, bro. All right, bro. I'm gonna hit you with another blind ranking. Women all time. Some right now, some in the past.
Okay, come on.
1 through 5, you got to rank them blindly. You ready?
Yes.
China.
Number 3.
Number 3. I like it. Tony Storm.
Number 1.
Rhea Ripley.
Number 2.
Trish Stratus. You got 4 and 5 left.
Number 4.
Mercedes Moné.
Number 5.
You got.
Number 5.
How do you feel about that list?
So I put Tony Storm number 1, Rhea number 2,
China number 3, Trish Stratus
number
4.
I would have
Mercedes
swapped.
Moné 5.
I would have swapped out my number 5, number 2. I would have put Mercedes Moné number 2, and
Rhea Ripley 5.
Rhea Ripley 5.
All right. I like
or
it,
even put Rhea Ripley number 4 and put Trish Stratus 5. I never was a fan of Trish Stratus, bro.
Yeah.
I got one for you. I got a question for you. Here's another blind thing for you. AEW blind. I got one for you. All right. 5. Will Ospreay.
In AEW currently or all time?
Oh, okay. So I'm gonna do the currently. All right, I got you. That's a good thing you called it out. All right.
Yeah.
Currently. Okay. Let's go ahead. Roderick Strong.
5.
Okay. Orange Cassidy.
4. I wish I would have put him 5, but
Okay. I'll throw in. Give me Mercedes Moné.
2, because I don't know who you're gonna give me later.
Okay. Will Ospreay.
So I got 1.
Okay. Daniel Garcia.
Ah, -20, bro. -20.
He's number 3.
I should have known, bro.
Here we go. That's fun shit.
I should have known, bro.
Oh,
I should have known. All right. First fan question. Besides the bloodline, your favorite storyline of all time?
In WWE or just wrestling period?
Wrestling period. WCW, TNA, you can go which way.
NWO.
NWO?
Yep. NWO.
Better than Vince and Stone Cold.
Yes, to me.
Damn.
Yep.
NWO till when?
Until after the War Games of Wolfpack versus NWO Hollywood. And then it all fell apart down that way. Yeah. Yeah.
Man. I think I still got to take Vince and Stone Cold, bro. That's my favorite storyline of all time.
I mean, and that's not that's not a bad choice. It's actually a great choice, to be honest with you. It really changed the game. It really blurred the lines. It was really a good storyline, but I just always have to go lean on the NWO because without the NWO, there wouldn't be a Stone Cold versus McMahon. They made them step their game up. Like, we need to do something to counteract what's going on over there because what's going on over there is pretty loud.
Yeah.
And the NWO, man, they ran the industry. And one thing, I shout at Kevin Nash, man. If y'all don't watch Kevin Nash as we plug on the podcast, he did say we need to stop calling it the WCW Nitro era. We need to call it the NWO era. And I agree. It's the NWO era.
Woo! Yeah, that's a good point, bro. That's a good point. Remember, they were going to do a whole NWO show separate from everything. Yep. And that would have been too much, bro.
Bro, I still remember the day that NWO took over Nitro. And it wasn't like a takeover and the set was still the same. They changed the set. They took the metal WCW logos from both sides, raised them up on cranes, put the NWO there, changed it to NWO Nitro. I mean, they took over the show. They had their own pay-per-view called NWO Sold Out. Not like sold out, but you sold your soul out. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was great, man. It was great. I mean, the NWO is the reason why the Monday Night Wars got jump-started. Did
Eric Bischoff join in the NWO kill NWO?
No, I don't think so.
Was that the start?
I don't think it was a start because I think it made sense for Eric Bischoff to join the NWO because, remember, a lot of people always forget this. Everybody think, NWO was a faction. Why they had 89 papers in NWO? Because people in the NWO, it was not a faction. It was another wrestling organization. It was like AEW. Think about it like that. It was not a faction. It was not another gang. It was another wrestling organization that was trying to topple WCW. So instead of being at WCW, it was supposed to be NWO. You know? That's why for a long time, they actually did it marketing-wise. It was like WCW, NWO. Boom.
I mean, we have video games called WCW versus NWO.
That's why
it just got too crazy, bro.
It jumpstarted the Monday Night Wars. Without the NWO storyline, there would not be a...
Yeah. That's true. That's true.
So that's why my favorite storyline besides the Bloodline, but you talking about all the time, Bloodline is number one for me. Bloodline.
Who besides the Bloodline right now, what storyline are you excited about? We'll say no. We'll just break it down. No Bloodline, no Death Riders. What storyline? Okay, what storyline are you excited about right now that that's starting that you're like, I can't wait to see what happens here?
Since I can't do the bloodline and since I can't do Death Riders, I'm going to have to go with the storyline between Hangman, Adam Page, and Swerve Strickland. How they're going to play that shit out with them both being faces.
If they come back.
If he comes back in time, I'm going to have to play that out.
If they come back and meet up. Yeah.
The eventual storyline between Will Ospreay and Kyle Fletcher, that's about to happen. Like, he's going to come back. And everybody thinks Will Ospreay's going to make his road straight to the World Heavyweight Championship. I don't think so. I think his path is the TNT title because he never held it. And who has it?
Yeah.
Kyle Fletcher.
Yeah. That's a good one, bro. That's a good one.
What about you? What do you feel? What storylines are you feeling right now?
I mean, Braun Breaker, whatever he does in the future is going to be amazing. Hopefully it breaks away from the Vision because, like, you know what's crazy is, like, Braun Breaker was the one that turned against Seth Rollins and made Bronson Reed and Paul Heyman go against Seth Rollins, right?
Right.
He was like, turn. And then they kind of just, like, drifted away from Braun Breaker being the lead of the Vision, and now it seems like it's Paul Heyman.
Right.
So, like, I'm very, very curious to see what Braun Breaker does. I'm excited for Liv's return. I'm excited for Bianca's return because that's why I think I've said it many times. WWE is going to be clicking on all cylinders in 2026, bro. Because Liv, Braun, hopefully we get Roman more times, all that stuff. Like Naomi's coming back after she's having her baby, I guess, at Royal Rumble-ish time. And then hopefully she'll be back for WrestleMania. And let's not sleep on Naomi, bro. That was one of the best storylines in WWE going at the time. You know what I'm saying? Right. And that got called short by her doppelganger, Big Jim. You know, he went and got her pregnant. You know what I'm saying?
They don't call him Big Jim for nothing. Look, I agree with you. There's one component that still stands in the way, and I don't have the faith in it because I don't have faith in them, and that's TKO.
TKO.
As long as they're in the picture, bro, I just don't see WWE getting back to the WWE that we all fell in love with.
Let me ask you this. If Saudi buys WWE and TKO is not involved anymore, does WWE get better or worse?
I think it gets better.
You think so?
Because they don't need the money.
Yeah.
They don't need the money. They're just trying to make it work and make it do what it do and want worldwide fandom across the world because they don't need the money. So I think it might get better. And if they keep the same people in power that they have now and just basically just a new company, you run it, it could get better. But if they change the inside inner works and start putting their people involved who really don't know shit, and oh boy, we could have a whole mess on our hands. Yeah.
All right. Another fan question. Will Dolph Ziggler and Zack Ryder be seen again in WWE, or was it a one-off?
Maybe. I see them popping their head faces in here and there. Definitely with WWE NXT collaboration with TNA. So they're both for Nick Namath is in TNA. Ryder / Cardona, he's in NXT a little bit. So I don't see this being the last time. But again, I don't want him back in the WWE. I don't.
Yeah. Now
I like him on the independents. I like him in TNA. I like him.
John Cena's promo, the pipe bomb against CM Punk. He said Nick Namath. He said Matt Cardona, and there was one other name,
Claudio Castagnoli.
What is that, bro? Because you know WWE.
He's not.
You don't think you think it was just John Cena talking shit?
No. John Cena.
You don't think there's any chance?
There is no
Claudio.
way. There is not a damn chance in hell because Tony Khan expressed how much he loves Claudio, and you don't think he'll back up that Brinks truck to keep Claudio in AEW?
Bro, you don't. So he named 3 people in that promo, and we've seen 2 of them. We haven't seen one of them. You know WWE don't do shit like that, especially John Cena.
No, Vince McMahon didn't do shit like that. Now that Vince McMahon's out of power, they're a lot more lenient in this shit. You would never have seen a TNA and WWE collaboration if Vince McMahon was in power. You never would have seen that. So, but now that he's not there, I do see them doing things like this. But no, Claudio ain't going nowhere, man. He's a staple. He's a cornerstone in AEW.
No Cesaro. No Cesaro.
No more. No more. He's good at where he's at in AEW because Tony Khan loves that man. If the owner loves you that much, where you going,
bro? I don't know why, but every time Claudio wrestles, I look at his boots and he's got the laces on the back, bro.
That shit is dope as hell. I love that.
I don't know why I notice it all the time. I'm like, this motherfucker got back laces. I don't know why I always look at it, but
I love
best entrance of the Death Riders, Claudio Castagnoli.
Yes, it is. His music, it fits him to a T, man. So very underrated talent in the game. He really is. He don't get enough credit. He really don't.
Now, John Moxley's entrance, getting slapped the shit out of Marina Shafir, is gaining on me. You know what I'm saying?
I love that shit, bro. Smack me
in the shadows, just slapping the shit out of him, bro.
Let's go, man.
And you know Moxley's like, slap me for real. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, hell yeah, bro. That's Moxley.
Yeah.
He lives for this shit. He has love for the game, unlike some people.
All right, bro. Best belt design of all time. And I'm tied.
Right, bro. I'm gonna have to go with AEW's they championship. That shit. Like after John Moxley and Heyman won that shit, and they brought it out the super briefcase, bro. That championship is glistening like a mug.
Still had Daniel Bryan's plates on it, bro.
What a great touch. Attention to detail. What a great touch of that. You know? But man, that thing is glistening. I mean, that looks like a championship belt. It don't look like a toy. The WWE Undisputed title looks like a fucking toy. It's just more promotion for the WWE with the big ass WWE in the middle. But that AEW joint, that shit look like a damn real. It look like a heavyweight boxing championship. That's what it looks like. I love it. So that's got to be my number one.
That's your favorite belt of all time.
My favorite belt, my number 2 is the WCW Big Gold belt.
Damn.
Big Gold.
The Goldberg belt. I don't know why I always think it as a Goldberg belt, but it's the Goldberg belt to me.
I call it the Ric Flair belt. That's the Ric Flair belt to me.
Yeah. I think I'm tied. I like the Winged Eagle, hands down. Close second is that Universal Blue Championship Roman with the WWE logo, bro. I don't know why. I just like the blue. Maybe it's a cowboy in me. Maybe it's a cowboy fan in me, bro. Yeah.
Yeah.
Worst belt. Edge's spinner belt.
Yeah.
Rated R Superstar.
That's pretty up there. That red fucking Raw fucking championship. That was ugly. Again, yeah. Even TNA's championship looked better than the fucking WWE current championship right now. The old TNA. It looked like a real good title. Yeah.
You don't like the gold, bro? You don't like Cody's belt?
Nah. Because it's the logo is so big. It just I don't know, man. It just like I asked you, what belt do you think looks better, that shit or the AEW World Heavyweight Championship?
The gold belt, bro. I like it. It depends on who's holding it. Cody, John Cena not holding it. I didn't like it. When Roman first got it after he won WrestleMania 39, I liked it.
Well, I ain't talking about who's holding it. We're talking about just based off looks.
I know, bro. I know. But the AEW championship is pretty nice. It's pretty nice.
Like a real champion. That shit look glistening. Yeah. That shit glistening.
TNT champion, TBS championship belt, not a fan.
Oh, you talking about the TNT?
Yeah, not a fan.
I thought about who holding it though. So Kyle Fletcher holding the TNT. That thing looking glistening.
He is holding it, but I just don't like the look. I don't like the look.
Yeah. One championship I do like the look of in WWE is the U.S. Championship. I like that championship. It's a good looking championship.
Yeah.
The IC title, not so much. I like the white IC title. That was my favorite IC.
The Miz title when he brought back the white. Yeah.
Or shit, I take it back to the Cody Rhodes title, bro. That was the Cody Rhodes title.
Yeah.
So yeah, I like that. But yeah, AEW, give me the AEW design.
And speaking of the Miz, bro, I saw it today. This is a question for you, bro. They said Miz versus MJF in a promo battle.
Oh, come on.
Who wins, bro? We give our flowers to Miz all the time, bro. Yeah. He is one of the greats. I think it's closer than you think it's going to be, but I still give the edge to MJF.
That's going to be it. I give a whole lot of edge to MJF, bro. Like MJF, bro. Come on. And it's not a knock on Miz. That just tells us how good MJF is. I mean, he's a natural. I mean, MJF is a natural. Like, he has more charisma in his pinky than most motherfuckers do. And for him to go against Miz, which I think it would be a great battle. If it was in AEW. If it was the Miz in AEW versus MJF in AEW, and the Miz can fucking shoot off and do his thing without being restricted by the WWE confines, I think it'd be a great damn thing. I think it'd be a great damn thing. But MJF will get the edge, bro.
So I would put them in my top 4. The Miz on like the post show or whatever show it was against Daniel Bryanson one of the greatest promos of all time.
Oh, yeah.
And then you have Karrion Kross's promo after WrestleMania this last year. The greatest of all time.
The greatest.
Yeah, but I put both of them very, very close to each other because, man, bro, Miz
that wasn't
did
even Miz's best promo against Daniel Bryanson. That was cool, but the best promo that he cut in WWE to me is the one that he cut on fucking Enzo Amore. Wow. He put that boy out there to hang him out to dry. He said, that's why no one wants you in the locker room. You that's the problem. You talk more than man. He was getting in his ass, and then you had Bo Dallas and Curtis Axel, which is Kurt Hennig's son, in the background, like with Maurice, like side cosign everything he was saying. That shit was hilarious, man. But Miz was going in, and I also would say before I put the Daniel Bryanson and Miz Smack Talk promo.
Smack Talk. There you go.
I will put the Miz, Roman, and John Cena promo when he was out there blasting on both of them at the same time. That he turned the crowd against both. But see, it was so hard to turn against a big dog Roman Reigns because he was boo-boo back in that day and shit. Nobody would care about him. But he actually had the crowd to turn on John Cena. And he was lacing them boys up. So I would put the Enzo, the Cena, Roman, and then the Talking Smack promo. Those are my favorite three promos by The Miz.
Is Miz top 5? Where do you put Miz all-time talker of all
Top
time?
10.
Top 10?
Top 10.
At 10? Are you saying he's at 10 then?
Nah, he's somewhere. I say number 9. Number 9.
All right.
But he's top 10. Is he better than Roddy Piper? No. Is he better than Cena? No. Is he better than Samoa Joe?
That's a close one for me right
Samoa
there.
Joe, no, boy. Samoa Joe. See, you got to remember this is pro wrestling. The Miz is entertaining, but Samoa Joe makes you believe he about to bust your ass, and that's the motherfuckers I like to believe. You can be entertaining on the mic all you want to, but can you make me believe it was a fight about to go down? I'm picking that motherfucker.
Yeah.
We got to remember what we're watching. We're watching violence. We're watching orchestrated violence, and violence reigns supreme. Samoa Joe versus the Miz, bro, man. Samoa Joe would eat that man up because it's like, bro, Miz, you can't talk nothing to this man right here. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. But Miz, top 10 all time. I'll give him his flowers, though. Top 10.
All right, y'all. That's been Word on the Street. Drink your woo energy. Drink it. Follow us. Subscribe on Spotify and YouTube. Check out our collabs we've been doing. We've been doing a lot. We got an interview coming tomorrow. We'll let you know. We'll post it. Let's go, y'all. Like, comment, subscribe. Deuces.
You're doing big things.
Peace.
44 Heelz Podcast.